Hello everyone, I'm Bob Sensor and I'm your instructor for CWB 110, which is Complete Web Authoring. This is obviously the online section. What I'm going to be doing is most weeks I'll produce a short kickoff video like this. Unfortunately, this morning was kind of messed up with software not working right, or this would have been posted this morning. So normally these things will get posted Sunday night or Monday morning. And I would like to, in this short session, kind of get us going in the class and make some announcements, set some expectations. So one thing is I will start doing some virtual office hours after Labor Day. Basically that means I will have a WebEx section going and everybody or anybody can call in or dial in and we can share questions, answers, things like that. So as of this point, there are some existing hours, office hours listed in the syllabus, and then after Labor Day, we'll have some virtual office hours in addition. They'll probably be Wednesday afternoons, but it isn't really clear yet. Okay, so what should your immediate goal for this class be? And let me suggest these immediate goals. Read the syllabus and read it well so you understand the class. Look at the schedule so you can see what we'll be covering and how fast we'll be going. Please do the introduce yourself in D2l. I will be doing it as well just to set kind of the precedent. And that will be our first discussion, and it'll be a chance so each and every one of us can tell who else is in the class. And then get started on the class. Don't wait. If it gets to be Wednesday and you haven't started, unless you have a really good reason, you're asking for trouble. You want to get going and keep going. Okay, in the D2l area, there's a section called Required Software and Resources. You will need some software for this class, an editor, various browsers, things like that. Nothing too exotic. But two things of note, you cannot use Dreamweaver or any similar programs that write the HTML for you. You need to be writing your own HTML. And you also will need to know how to zip files, because that's how you're going to turn in your websites. You're going to zip them all together into a single archive and give that to me for grading. So just to reiterate, look at required software and resources, make certain you have all the needed items. This class I think can be done equally well on your own laptop or a school PC. There's nothing exotic needed software-wise, just a couple of browsers and an editor or two. Okay. CWB 110, this class. This is an intense and fun course. It's intense because it's almost a programming course. You're going to be typing in HTML and CSS, whatever they are, into some files, and then you're going to be rendering them with a browser, and you're going to have to find any of the mistakes you made, whether you call them bugs or you just say, I made a mistake. You're going to have to debug that stuff. And since this is an online class, you're going to be doing a lot of this on your own with the help of other students answering questions and me answering questions and making suggestions. But you need to stay on this class. For Pete's sakes, don't get behind. It's very hard to recover from that. And when you get stuck, you need to intelligently figure out how to deal with that, and there'll be some suggestions for that. One question that often comes up is, do I need the textbook? And the textbook looks like this. If I can hold it up for a second, let's see if I can actually make it so you can see it. Yes, this is the textbook here. Let's see if I can actually get it in front of the camera. Called HTML and CSS, and the question comes up, well, gee, do I really need it? And the answer to that question is yes, you have to have the textbook for this class, because most of the work, assignments, exercises, they're going to come from the textbook. So although it might be expensive, I'm not sure what the cost on it is, you do need it. So please don't try and do the course without it. Our D2l course has various sections in it, and we're going to look there in just a second, but there's a getting started and how to. Most weekly lessons will have a PowerPoint presentation, some other additions that I'll add, like videos. There's a discussion area, there's a homework drop box where you will put your work to be graded, and there's going to be quizzes. We'll have 2 exams and 1 major project. All of this stuff is listed in the syllabus and in the schedule, or either or, and then also in D2l itself. We will use the discussions to exchange ideas and to get help. And from what I understand, people who've done this course online before, instructors, it's often the case that the discussions end up being used very heavily for people posting questions and answers being posted or suggestions. I will be watching the discussions. If the students are posting good answers to questions, so be it. That's what we hope for. Now and then I may pipe up and supply a different answer or even suggest questions with answers. But the discussions are valuable because that's a good place to get help. Alrighty, let's go look at D2l here. Okay, so this is our D2l shell. I will go right to the content area, assuming D2l is going to cooperate. There we go. And so here's our table of contents. At least I hope. Here's our table of contents. Yes, so here's the syllabus, there's the schedule, there's important dates. Here's the discussion to introduce yourself. Here's a discussion item where you can introduce yourself. Here's our description of how we're going to use discussions in general. Here's more information about me. And then in the how-to browser software videos you may want to use, how to zip files, how to use Notepad, download the PowerPoint viewer if you need it, using PowerPoint, some various files we'll use. And right here where it says required software, that's what you want to pay attention to and make certain that you have the required software. And then here's all of our lessons being listed. Let's just go to week 2 arbitrarily. So 1 week after this, and you can see there's a PowerPoint presentation, there's the discussion area, and then here's the tutorial, where that's where you'll submit your tutorial, which is the homework, and then there'll be a quiz. And if we go to week 3, we should see a similar pattern. Yes. Okay. So again, this is the D2l shell. Please look at it. If you have questions, post them or send a question to me via the D2l email, and we will go from there. So this is just a brief introduction to me, the course, and so forth. As I said, I will try and have a video like this most every week as a kickoff, as well as when we get to difficult topics. If I feel like people just aren't getting it, then I'll produce a 5 to 15 minute video that maybe goes through some feature a little bit like a course lecture, except I'll use examples that are probably not from the book, so it should be additional content. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this semester. I'm looking forward to doing a very nice class for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.